In today's quick class, we'll take some bottle caps, paint, scraps of paper, and a pair of scissors, and make some fun circular collage fodder. Come and join me. So I have my supplies all set out. I have my paper, I have some book pages, a scrap of cardstock, some gel printed pages, and even some punch circles that I had left over in my stash, along with a gel printed page. I have my caps here, and I keep them all. These are just plastic caps. I like them because they make perfect circles for tracing around, or in today's case, for making an impression. I'll take a few caps that I'll use today, and I'll set this aside. And then I have my paint. It's just craft store acrylic paint that dries with a matte finish, and I find that very useful for my collage. I spread out my paint to the largest size of my cap right on this little palette sheet. And then I can start making my circles for my collage. I'll start with this sheet here. It's kind of a fun sheet, little scrap of paper. I'll just dab my circle in it, and I can make all these different interesting marks just by pressing them down, even moving it around. I get very interesting shapes, and I can set that aside to let that dry. I can do the same thing here with this book page. Just make my shapes. I can even just do a few at a time. Or I can make something more like a little disc. And I can use that in my collage. I like to take these big caps because they make such fun shapes that are very fun for collage. And I set them right on my paper, knowing that I'll cut them out once they dry. Can even overlap some just for an interesting effect. I'll take my circles and set them up, and I can make my impression this way as well, just within the circle. Now, the less paint that you use, the quicker it will dry. So I might even pounce some of this off and make some imperfect circles here. Then I like to switch colors, but I try to stick to neutrals unless there's a specific project that I'm working on where I know I want a specific color. So here's some with white. And then I'll just make a few circles that I can cut out. And then I'll let this dry. So here I have my cutout shapes, and I have lots of collage pieces that I can use in my work. And as you can see, none of them are perfect, and if you want to dab them off before you let them dry, you'll get even more of a rough edge, and it'll dry quicker. I think these are wonderful, and they'll be so useful. So give it a shot and see what you think. Be sure to comment below, and please subscribe.